Buckeye Nation, what's poppin'? Crazy Dog coming at you on the Buckin' Crazy YouTube channel with my Ohio State Buckeyes, Purdue Boilermakers, Week 11 game recap as the Buckeyes went out and did exactly what they had to do as they defeated the Boilermakers of Purdue by a final score of 34-10, and they improved to 9-0 overall, and of course 6-0 in the Big Ten. And along with Indiana, who also won today, they continue to just show that they are definitely the class of the Big Ten right now. The only two remaining undefeated teams in the conference. And the way it's looking, this is probably going to be, barring some crazy upset somewhere. You know what I'm thinking, right? Yeah, I'm looking at the game at the end of November. But if both teams keep this up, we're destined for a matchup of Ohio State, Indiana at Lucas Oil Stadium in the Big Ten title game, right? Essentially, the home state team against the Big Ten's cash cow, right? Right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The irresistible force versus the immovable object, pretty much, right? Godzilla versus King Kong. It's a good way to put it. Yeah, this game was 34-3 for the majority of it. Ohio State scored 24 points in the second quarter after Purdue went up 3-0. And they scored another 10 in the fourth to go up 34-3. And then, of course, Purdue added a charity touchdown at the very end. When at that point we had the backups in, and all I could think was just get us out of this game healthy. That's all I could think at the end, right? I was kind of worried that Ohio State was going to come out and look a little sleepy, you know. That's just the aura around stadiums like Ross-Ade and Old Ryan Field. Kind of like that weird high school small stadium aura around it. Where it's like it's kind of hard to really get up for that kind of game. Especially because Purdue stinks. So yeah, go out there, take care of business, get out healthy. It's exactly what happened today. Julian saying, another good game. 27 of 33, 303 yards, one touchdown to Jeremiah Smith, and a pick where, yeah, it had me scratching my head a little bit. I don't know what he was looking at, but he thought he saw something, and yeah, there was nothing there. All that was there was a bunch of black helmets. I think he was trying to force it to either Brandon Ennis or Jeremiah Smith in the back of the end zone. But yeah, there was only one problem. There was like 3 or 4 defenders in the area. That interception reminded me a lot of Drake May's interception against the Browns a few weeks ago, where he threw it right to Carson Swessinger. That was exactly like what Julian Sand did. I mean, the Buckeyes, they bounced back, didn't allow that interception to, ruin things, and they took care of business like they needed to. That's all you can do. On the ground, Bo Jackson, 14 carries, 75 yards. He did have a touchdown negated due to a block in the back on the very first play from scrimmage for the Buckeyes. Isaiah West, the bowling ball, 9 carries, 60 yards, running hard as always. James Peoples and CJ Donaldson, that's crazy. Heading into the season, those two were viewed as our top 2 running backs. And here we are, week 11, and they've been passed up by freshmen. That's why Buckeye fans on Twitter are talking about the Buckeyes going after a running back again in the portal, because CJ Donaldson, yeah, not very good. He is good at one thing, though, and that is getting short yardage first downs and touchdowns. Yeah, he's very good in short yardage situations. Other than that, not really much there. CJ Donaldson did have 2 touchdowns today. 5 carries, 12 yards. Lincoln Keenholz even had a rushing touchdown too. Yeah, 1 carry for 3 yards. Not really much else other than that. Through the air, Jeremiah Smith continues to be that guy. 10 receptions, 137 yards and a touchdown. No Carnell Tate today. I know we spent about half the game wondering why he wasn't out there. I thought it might have been disciplinary for some reason, although I don't think he would do anything stupid to warrant being disciplined, but you never know. But yeah, it turned out during warm-ups, he hurt himself a little bit. He was feeling some tightness, so as a precaution, they held him out. That's what I was thinking at first. I was like, he either hurt himself during warm-ups or this is disciplinary, but he didn't do anything dumb to warrant discipline. So, yeah, he hurt himself a little bit. He should be good to go for next week. Max Clare in his return to Purdue, 5 receptions, 59 yards. Would have loved to see him get in the end zone, but it is what it is. He still looked good though. Bryson Rogers, 2 receptions, 30 yards. Brandon Innes had 3 for 26. Mylan Graham had a catch for 20 yards. Bo Jackson had one for 10 yards. James Peoples, Jelani Thurman, and Nate Roberts all also registered receptions. Defensively, no sacks, surprisingly. Our pass rush really wasn't there. They really couldn't even get to the quarterback. But on the bright side, we did get an interception by Jermaine Matthews. So that's cool. Off another tip pass. Seems to be the only way we can get interceptions these days, but I'll take it. So overall, Ohio State looked good. They got out healthy. And now we head back to the Horseshoe next week to face UCLA under the lights in what will definitely be the biggest recruiting weekend of the year. And then we got to see what happens with Rutgers because they haven't announced the time for that game yet. I can only assume that game will be an afternoon game, either noon, as always, or even 3:30. We'll see what they do. But yeah, this was our second to last road game of the year. The last road game, of course, is our trip to Ann Arbor to face the team up north, who is on a bye this week. So that fan base was hate watching us for sure. But yeah, so Ohio State got the job done. Nothing much else you can really say about that, right? But I almost forgot about my freaking MVP because I really couldn't determine who it would have been. Because honestly, the team just looked kind of sleepy out there. But my post game observations, number one, no Carnell equals more reps for the depth, and the depth did good. Especially with this longer season, I knew having good depth at receiver was a must, and yeah, this is why. You lose one guy, someone else will step up. Number two, Max Clare looked good in his return. Like I said, I wish he would have got in the end zone, but I'll take what he did. He did good, right? Number three, run game is still meh at best. Like I said before, they are probably going to go after a running back in the portal. I can already think of a few potential options. I know a kid from Kansas State is entering the portal. Dylan Edwards. I wouldn't mind him. Maybe have Will Howard, kind of gas up Ohio State, Be like, hey, yo, Will, we're going after your boy Dylan Edwards. Tell him how good Ohio State is. Tell him how awesome it is to be a Buckeye. Right? Also, the last time we got a Kansas State Wildcat. The last time we got a Kansas State Wildcat, we won a natty. So why not? But I think they're definitely going to go after a running back in the portal for sure. As always, the best thing about being 9-0, the opportunity to go 10-0. Yeah. And we got that opportunity next week at home, under the lights, at the shoe, against old pal Nico. Let's hope Nico doesn't have another 2 helmets get cracked like what happened last year. That's tough. Now, my game MVP, it's got to be Jeremiah. Another game over 100 yards receiving with no Carnell on the other side. He still showed out. My dude was participating in the 10 toes down challenge a couple times, had a good touchdown, beat like triple coverage or whatever. You could double, triple, quadruple cover him. It don't matter. He's still going to cook you. That's how good he is. Honestly, he's helping his own Heisman campaign too. People talk about Julian. Don't sleep on Jeremiah. right? Yeah, that's pretty much all I got for this one. So we'll see what happens in recruiting. I know we're kind of on boom watch with a few guys, Emmanuel Ruffin and Legend Bay. Funny enough, you could technically say Ohio State is on Bay watch. Legend Bay, 4-star athlete out of Texas. Yeah, you can kind of say we're on Bay watch. Boom. I'll be here all week. I know. My cringe meter just went over 9,000. I'm done, guys. I'm done. Oh, man. If you listen closely, you can hear people go, boo, boo. Come on, man. No, but seriously, though, it sounds like he could potentially commit soon. The one that we're really watching, though, is Emmanuel Ruffin. He was crystal balled earlier this week to Ohio State, and we're just on wait and see mode with him. And then the same thing goes for Amari Latimer, too. But we'll see what happens there. And also, looks like it'll be another big recruiting weekend next week, as you can imagine. Under the lights, at home, big game. Should be fun. Can't wait for us to beat the crap out of Nico again. Yeah, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this one. As always, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the main channel for Browns and Jets. So, with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go, Buckeyes. OH, I'm out. Bye bye. Yeah. Big dub today. Big dub.